Okay, who from EG is going to be able to stop him? Most teams, even world-class teams, will sometimes or very often lose an entire nuke map just to Nico running wild in the yard. And at the present moment, EG, they don't look like they have the firepower at all to see if they can stem the tide. But we'll see. It's a little bit of a slow start here as they are expecting maybe someone to be there. Want to put the P250 use at range. We'll see if he can find a headshot here against George, who's trying to make himself hard to find. There's a couple of shots ringing out, and Nico will open it up.
Well, that's the way to kick things off. Outside pressure yields an opening frag, and Hooksy controlling that lobby. Good for a trade. This is an important frag now. JKS comes out on top. Good for a couple, and indeed picks up the round there. Didn't have to break much of a sweat. G2 with a couple of outside smokes. The flashbang to peek towards heaven, and the P250 doing its job, finding the opening kill. Forces out a reaction from EG. They try to take lobby control, but Hooksy waiting for them. JKS as well, patrolling the flanks. And a pretty convincing finish here. Nico, it just seemed like he knew that shot was going to connect eventually.
I think he has so much trust in himself for stuff like that, I don't think it ever crosses his mind that maybe it could go the other way. If anything, he's probably disappointed that he took 3 or 4 shots. He's like, why wasn't it just the first one, you know?
So, a simple outside smoke. Crossing 4 players over towards Secret. Junior will spam some bullets from the USP. Nothing really connects. HE could actually be quite promising here. He can time it well. That's significant damage.
Oh, yeah. With the deagle on top? Or if they actually got that... Maybe one more deagle shot? It could have dropped them very low, but Hunter is running wild with it down there. Double Mac 10 kill for him will really open up the bomb side, but... I don't know. There was a real promise there. They could have worked out for them. They could have maybe had a couple of kills and maybe turned it into a 4 versus 3 in their favor.
Yeah, nice idea. The HE lands about 75 damage, but unfortunately unable to find consecutive kills. Just the one. Hooksy goes down. Hunter picks up the pieces with the Mac 10. And it's Junior and Hext who will be saving a deagle and a scout. But that's about it. 3-0 looking likely. That was the force buy. Yeah,
there's nothing really to say. I mean, almost like on Inferno, right? We're left with in this uncomfortable position where until EG show us something, it's hard to say anything other than G2 are doing what they should be doing, and they're looking leagues ahead of what EG are able to bring to the table. So there isn't... I don't think it goes much deeper than that for now.
Yeah, here's the replay of the kills from Hunter. Very efficient take of lower. Molotov and smoke down towards ramp, bomb planted. Job done. Looking for the cleanest of starts here. The 3-0 on the T side of Nuke would be a welcome addition to their campaign here in the first knockout stage. Now blast full groups. We are going to see JKS try and get himself down towards the vents if possible. Perfectly done. That could be an early plant already. We'll see. Sneaker that will go down quickly, and the bomb is being planted.
Yeah, they're going to be straight on it, so even losing the AK and it's being picked up by automatic, getting down below, again with no kit or anything else, not really going to be happening. But they can try and do some more damage, they can try and get some more back, and at least that will be successful for now. Modesty is also going to be dropping, so a second AK getting picked up. Hunter looking for them.
Yeah, doesn't want to give too much up here. Go for the hunt, make sure they don't save the AK short. Alright, smoke things. Makes things a little bit more complicated, though, for him. So, this is not a bad outcome, all things considered. You weren't ever going to win the round, but saving 2 AKs, that's going to help out a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty respectable. Got to try and optimize, especially when you're the underdog in this particular matchup. You should try and optimize every single round, and getting 2 AKs will definitely help out. 4th round coming up. G2 so far just doing what they should be doing, really.
Just to note as well, Junior will discard the Scout and upgrade to the AWP.
Okay.
Every round counts at this point. They don't really have the luxury to experiment with the lesser weaponry. Need to win these rounds. Can't take any risks. Yeah, this first gun round will set the tone as to whether they can actually stand a chance here. Lovely shot to open things up.
That one connects. That looks so crisp. Well done. 4 versus 5. Hoxie trying to take over the ramp on his own. And he's actually making ways down below. That could put some pressure on Automatic, who's all the way on the other side, looking to step up Secret. But eventually, either somebody has to get down the vent, or Automatic has to come back and do a little bit of work, because having Hoxie down there is just uncomfortable, isn't it? 4 versus 5. And actually, he's going to go back and check. He's not quite sure. Bomb is making its way back towards the lobby, so might just join up with Hoxie after a long wait.
Yeah, it would make sense. Go for a lower execution of sorts. It's the only part of the map that's under their remits. Might as well see if they get a bomb planted here. Junior doesn't want to overstep the mark. Throws a smoke up to his teammate. It's a little bit awkward, but he gets it in the end.
Yeah, they're really trusting in their system here, EG. They're saying, we're not going to rotate anyone else down. Obviously, for Hoxie to make it forward, he has to open the door, shoot out the windows. They know that he hasn't done that, but still, you're giving them a lot of chances here to get a bomb plant in a 4-on-5. Now, Automatic is at least being joined. 2 more down the vent, and they're going to know bomb being planted on the other side with just 23 seconds left. But this retake will not necessarily be easy either.
Certainly not, Anders. They've done very well to get this clean plant down. Automatic will bring it back to a 5-on-3. Huge advantage here, but a lot of work to be done.
There's a Molotov still on JKS. If he doesn't die here, he could win the whole round from this position. Oh, nice find. Walker's going to be able to pick it up. Bit of a crossfire. Leaves Modesty 1 versus 4, and he is hunted down. They have kits and everything else. An overall fine job on the retake, and maybe proving that they should have trusted in that position in the beginning. They knew they'd given up ramp, and they were happy to just hold outside and hold everywhere else.
Well, there we have it. It all started with this wonderful shot there. Walker was showing how favorable it can be to have the AK-47 on the CT side, saving that weapon over, have the potential of the one-tap, and it will be the opening round found for EG. A very promising one as well. 3 AKs now within their arsenal as we enter round number 5. All for Junior still. Money's still pretty strong for G2, but starting to come under question here as we see the same outside smokes deployed. CT's willing to fight him. We've got Automatic trying to get towards Secret, but he's so flashed.
So flashed and almost got stuck on that handrail. That would have been a nightmare if they actually would have turned the corner against him. He still might be in a little bit of trouble, but actually look at this. Instead of using the wall to go down Secret, they're going to go and investigate into the garage, and that does make it a bit interesting. 5th round, Automatic. A little bit out in the open. This is dangerous. And the spray not going to be working out in his favor. Junior has no idea. He never suspected that they were that deep in on the map.
And why would he? Automatic playing a dangerous game outside. Arguably should have been his kill. The timing looked to be in his favor. But a 5-on-3. Not a complete death sentence here. They can still maybe recover this round. It's not looking good. 45 seconds. Hunter holding towards Garage. In terms of the upper hold, we've got George at the CT vent. Hex in the rafters, who could be under some scrutiny here. It's Hoxie. We're going to take him down first. And that should be a... Once you've been discovered like that, even if you got one, you're going to be traded out. George, great effort. About all he was worth. And just a formality here, coming up the ladder. Nico finds that final frag, 4-1, and they keep 3 players alive as well. Fortunately, EG managing to save those AKs in the previous rounds. Have a convincing win before. They're 4-1 down. Bit of a reset, but they do have a buy available. That was the kill.
Yeah, it really
kind of decides the round at that point because everything just collapses. Junior's got no information as to how close they are. And Automatic, although he did 85 damage. Yeah, Junior had no information.
Yeah, and might have even had whatever the opposite of information is because of where Automatic died. He might have got the false information, right? Fake news outside. He's probably thinking that Monacy might have been the most forward player, so that's why he's stepping out that far.
Just a note as well, coached Axe behind them. Malik still part of the coaching squad, not head coach anymore. He kind of helps with the kind of bigger picture stuff, the macro game. He runs workshops with the team, works on specific problems. So just to know, he's still part of the team, but Axe is the coach behind EG these days. Got his work cut out for him here, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no question about it. It's probably very hard to prepare for something like this because, I mean, you can plan a lot of strategies, but at the end of the day, you need a way to open up some of the rounds to actually execute the strategies. If you fall flat at the opening sequence, if you just get one-tapped by Nico or somebody else, it's very hard to actually get into the round. So we'll see if they have a plan. I mean, 4-1. Remember, was it 10-0 on Inferno to begin with?
It was 10-0.
So just seeing EG a little bit more on the board, I think it's good.
So we've got Hooksy. He's down lower already. Now, that makes things very uncomfortable. I don't think they'll even go down towards lower. They're just trying to force a rotation, which has happened, and attack the upper bomb side. Hooksy will actually open things up, and it's Hex to mow them down. Double kill towards the squeaky door position. He hasn't done yet. Hat-trick in total, leaving Nico in a 3 versus 1 now. We all know how powerful Nico can be in these sort of positions. Goes to the fake plant, and no one strikes. Slows it right down here.
With this much time left, he could be dangerous, but a nice position. Huge off angle, hard to clear, even though it looked like he had the crosshair in the right position. Yeah, and, you know, smart. I'm happy to see that nobody from EG was rushing up on that fake plant. Like, there's no real stress on them. That's the kind of protocol you like to see because no reason to give Nico the opening. Hex, though, what a round. 3 kills.
Huge.
First one was a bit easier. It was low Hooksy coming up out of the vents, but then the rest of them were absolutely fine.
Well, that's it was a lovely start from G2, getting Hooksy down in towards the vents, trying to reach the upper bomb side, but Hex shut down the hopes and dreams, and he isn't slowing down for anyone. He gets lobby control, a ton of information, but what do they do with it now? 3 players for G2 down in towards lower. Nico already patrolling the vents. They've got the in-game leader ready and waiting with the AK-47. Does he just open the door, Surrounders?
Huge shot from Junior on the other side. That's going to help out a little bit, but they're going to be careful Walker doesn't get shot in the back. It's not that far away. The silo, I think, helping him out for the minute, and Hex will find a kill. This defense, it's once again coming together nicely. Hunter's going to get shot down. EG about to find a 3rd round here.
Yeah, this is actually a very nice response. The lower take attempted once more. Well, they had every advantage going in their favor as well, but not out of the woods just yet. Modesty will pull a frag back. That's automatic found. We've got JKS elsewhere towards upper. He was trying to backstab him towards the upper bomb side. Doesn't happen. And that should be the final frag for George. No problem. 2 in a row for EG as they bring themselves 1 step closer to tying things up. 4-3. Money actually broken now on the G2 side. So with $2,000 per player, it's not even a half buy. This is a full eco territory. It was Junior, as you mentioned, getting the info. They had tried to drop down lower once again. He was ready on the rotations here. JKS shut down. Great awareness, good finish. EG on their feet, Anders.
As they should be. I'm really impressed. It was very hard to play the CT side of Nuke, and you know, holding those positions, realizing where the weaknesses are, and not letting any T slip through. They're rotating down B really well to stop any bomb plant from even going off. I like all of it right now. Bit of a surprise, to be honest, given how things were playing out on Inferno, but a welcome one, I would say. EG, they're going to be tying up the game, make it 4-4 in their favor. They're going to keep everybody alive.
Tactical timeout. 4-4. AK is recovered on the CT side, all for Junior. Money starting to rack up as well, and G2 will use their first tactical pause here. Now, they do not have the luxury of a Monity AWP or be AKs across the board. Starting to slow down here. 3 rounds in a row for the North Americans. Tournament life on the line. Nothing to lose. No one expected them to do anything with this game today. Inferno wasn't a great showing. Couldn't really get off the mark. 10-0 down. Managed to recover somewhat. Warm up, if you will. And are actually making a pretty good go of it here in the second.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, it does seem like that was a bit of a warm-up type situation for them, because it's kind of continued into this map. Always good evidence that something like that was going on. I was advertising Nico in the yard earlier as like a big threat, but I still haven't really seen it.
Sure.
I want to see more of that. Dink onto automatic. I'm not even sure where that was from.
I think Squeaky Door JKS. I think him just spamming through. Stray bullet. Catches the noggin of automatic. But still, alive and kicking, 30 HP. His Monity, like we said, no orb this time. dissecting the outer area. 2 comrades behind him as well. They've got some aggro coming. Squeaky door. We're going to find automatic. Low HP. So just trying to play a headshot angle. Steal a kill away. Retreat if possible.
I mean, you could call this a crossfire, but not really. Still a good shot. George going to pick up Hooksy as well. 4 versus 3. Oh, never mind. JKS. It is a classic setup. You leave one guy in lobby and the rest of them are pushing secret, and it just is so helpful to have that one player there, especially once the bomb goes down. 3 versus 3 here, Henry, and looks like that might just be a bomb plan. Ooh, Hunter.
He could have got that down. But JKS, perfect positioning in towards the lobby. Walker has been baited out. I don't even have to go towards lower anymore. Hexed.
They could be making a mistake, though. If they go upper instead, Hexed and Mini, Junior not that far away with the AWP, this could get real interesting, yet they're not ready for it. JKS is going to get shot in the back, and now we're down to 16 seconds. Junior finding a stray Nico out in the open, and now it's a 1 versus 1. At least Hunter knows, and he's going to be able to get the bomb plant right away. But Junior, how quick can he be to get there? Door closed in front. Hunter would love to clutch this one. Don't want to give EG the lead.
Well, it's 3 rounds in a row here for EG. A 1 versus 1. Junior has the kit. A flashbang as well. Shoots out the window, but he's going back towards the double doors. Looks out for him. What a maneuver that is. Ice cold here from Junior. 4 in a row now, and that's a significant round. EG taking the lead for the first time in this series. 2 kills in total, and a nice little move there as well. Just shooting out the window, sowing the seeds of doubt into your opponent. You're not quite sure he's going to finish things up. Yeah. And he must have hit the quick scope. I'm guessing he must have been a very fast shot when he opens the door here. Oh, you can see it was hook, line, and sinker. Hunter looking directly towards the window. Yeah, what are you doing, Hunter? There is a door. There's a door there. Gotta watch out for them. They'll get you.
It's very helpful information. But, you know, the man is not wrong. There is a door.
There is a door there.
Oh,
headshot there.
Yeah, this is a problem. JKS on the bomb site, wreaking a little bit of havoc, but he's gonna get slowed down finally. Nico. 1 versus 3. Exactly the kind of round where you really have to communicate if you're on the CT side here. You give him the space, you give him the room to work with, or if you're a little bit too aggressive, he can win these rounds all day. You don't want to be doing that. You want to set it up so you can always trade him out, and, well, Walker's going to be fighting him, so never even comes into question. A 2-round lead, Henry. You starting to feel nervous in your prediction?
I wouldn't say nervous. We've still got a map under our belt here.
Keep in mind how smart I'm going to be.
I mean, yeah, if this map goes in their favor, we get to Mirage, maybe. I just don't know. I think there's too much to do here. Right now, it's just a competitive game. They haven't won the half yet. If they win the half-handers, maybe we can have that conversation. I don't think that's going to happen, I'll be honest with you.
All right.
But you never know. This is about as good as it could be going with the context of this matchup. Faster pace towards upper. JKS trying to scramble down the vents. Takes a lot of damage en route. Holds at the vent for now. Spam coming through. A barrage of bullets flung in his direction. Trying to get the hell out of there. He will retreat towards the squeaky room.
Yeah, George, I think, burning alive. It took a bit of damage, unfortunately. Still a 5-on-5. Well, look at this little adventure. Junior, I don't think they're ready for it. Monacy, is he going to get caught? Hunter instead with the nade in hand, and that's not what they were looking for. G2, an early casualty here.
Liking this. EG are looking quite dangerous. Quite active. You can see G2 had their feathers ruffled somewhat. Outside for now. 1 minute on the clock. JKS still towards that squeaky door. Always a nuisance.
Yeah, he is hunting for something. Nico. Might just try and sandwich him in with JKS on the other side. See if there's going to be a way to set that up. JKS does have a flashbang, but I don't know if you want to try and throw it in there. Seems very, very risky to attempt. Automatic, double spray down. Pistol comes out. Finally, JKS gets put into the mix, but there's only 25 seconds. It's a shutdown here. Walker going to get the last kill. They are up 7-4 at the moment.
Really nice round from EG. Solid stuff from Automatic as well. Huge double kill towards that main entrance. Looked like he was only good for 1.
Here's a kind of analysis that get brought out sometimes when you have really uneven matches.
Okay.
You'll get somebody saying something along the lines of, well, G2 have no real incentive to try and use their full strat book. If they can get by just doing a lot of default stuff and still win, then they're not revealing anything for later on. Is that just pure copium, do you think? Or could there be something to it?
I mean, it depends what you mean. Like, you mean like they will save a specific execution or a War of Smokes variation? I don't think so. I don't think it goes that deep. I don't think there'll be anything they'll be particularly saving, like maybe with Cologne around the corner. They might have some pocket strats they might want to hold on to, but I don't know.
If I was the G2 PR agent, that's what I'd be typing up right now.
Exactly.
I'd be saying, you know,
well, to be fair, they won the first map, no problem. They haven't lost this one yet, Anders, so we'll let them at least play the map first before the statement needs to be produced.
Very generous, Henry. I appreciate that. Oh, George, good spray down. Junior put to the test. I think both him and George have been hitting some pretty good shots throughout this one, so that's encouraging. Walko, a little bit of a spray down, pulls out the pistol, but Hunter will be able to wreck him with the Tech-9 and might get another kill here, but probably that should be the end of it, and it's taken a little bit too long. Junior's going to live through the round with a triple kill, even shooting the corpse of Hunter at the end. We like that. 8-4.
Looking a little stressed now. This is where EG have managed to string together, what, 7 rounds in a row after being down 4-1. So yeah, this is not what I expected. This is quite a flat-looking G2 now. Came out of the trap red hot. Got that pistol, no problem. First gun round win against him, but didn't think we'd be finding ourselves here. The potential for a third map is ever looming. As we get into round 13 here, Junior has been excellent. Putting on a bit of a masterclass the AWP, very active, aggressive, and continues to find shots here. Takes out Nuke to open things up, but not before he can find automatic, so it's still an even 4-4. Oh, huge gap.
Yeah, there really is. Oh, but he was just unscoped and he misses the follow-up. That needs to be a kill every single time. At least they're going to get the information, but could have easily been a 4 versus 3. Still thinking about this B-bomb side, but I feel like even when they get down there, G2, and get the bomb plant, EG are proving that their rotations to the B-bomb side are good and quick, and their retakes are pretty good. I don't know if it's the more likely option at the moment. Now you got all this outside control. That probably can manufacture a round.
CT's now realizing it's probably not going to be a lower attack. Starting to push through Secret. Monity aware of that prospect. It's got a nice position to deal with this. That's if they commit, though. They might just hold the steps.
It looks like they want to keep going. They really want to find out. Patient play. There's only 34 seconds as Monaty's getting that kill, so hard for Monity to stick around and actually just watch that angle. And I got this, the bomb, it drops down as well. Hexty knows he's going to be sneaking right up the ladder. And Hooksy, he's down and out. Hex with the finish, but obviously the bomb being dropped out there. Walker getting the other 2 kills. That's huge, and that's 9-4. It's a 5-round lead for EG.
After being down 10-0 on the opening map of Inferno, this is pretty remarkable. Hats off to EG. A great team performance here. Walko with the stroke of genius. Modesty was even expecting a second player there. He drops the Molotov as a protocol to defend himself. But Walko pushes through, gets a double kill. Funnels him in towards Hex, and he can't believe his luck. Catches the player on the ladder.
He's screaming at
another double spray down. The yelling has begun. The mind games are always a lot of fun when Hex is on the server, and the dying rounds here. EG looking good for double digits.
I'm a huge fan. Great job, Hex. Keep it up. Junior gonna get flashed. Automatic did take a lot of damage, and I think needlessly so running through the flames. It wasn't really even required. Hex is gonna be going down, so maybe they can shut him up for a round or 2 here. 4 versus 3, though, and they still only have the pistols. They're not anywhere near a bomb plant yet. EG looking for 10 rounds on the opening here on Nuke.
Yeah, can you believe it?
What a shock.
On their opponent's pick as well. After being blown out of the water. It looked like this would just be a formality. G2, another chance to flex their CSGO prowess, but Monacy still doing that for now. It's a lovely shot. Maybe there is something to be said here. Looking to deny double digits if possible. Great Molotov. Makes things very uncomfortable in the vents.
The difference between G2 having 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 rounds, I think, is massive.
Oh, yeah.
They're still such a good team that you want to keep them as low as you possibly can. Just keep them at 4 rounds, if at all possible.
What a flash.
It's a shame that no one's there to follow it up. Bomb has ticked quite far already, and it feels like EG... They want to go. It's going to have to be the fastest retake of all time. They are really running this clock down low, but they're still moving the right direction. AKs have been picked up back again. Monacy and Nico will make sure this round is not even close as they get a couple of kills each towards the end. So a 5th round for G2, and with just pistols.
Yeah, and if you're EG, might as well go for that just to know it's the final round up next. They had more than enough money to buy up into this round, so it wasn't like that was a mistake or anything. But this is where it all started. I dare say... G2 needed one of these rounds to fall in their favor. Things were starting to spiral. What was that, like 9 rounds in a row, I think? Yeah, it was 9 in a row. EG managing to build up quite an impressive tally of rounds. We'll see if they can close out this final one and get the double digits. Once again, JKS lurking outside this squeaky door. Player will drop down towards the fence next to him. I'm obviously aware of the possibility of Justin's position. Gonna check it out now, but beats him to the punch. George has been removed from the equation. That might be the cue to enter the upper bomb side right here, right now.
Important shot for Junior to try and help out his teammate down below.
Big.
Next, yeah, he's gonna get that M4 out in time. This is looking so good. Monacy getting shot at the back. It's automatic with the double, leaving Nico. And we've said it a couple of times that he could do these, but he hasn't really ever got off the ground. Every time in these 1vx scenarios, Nico is just getting bodied by the first player that comes his way. It'd be one hell of a clutch if he could. 1 versus 4, and he gets the first, gets him going. Does get the tag on the Hex, but it is not enough, Henry. I don't disagree. 10 to 5, yeah. And if memory serves, you actually have to hold the door. I believe that's you know, important lesson from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's a good point.
We'll see. Junior up close. Want to see on the other side with the dualies. We do have a set on JKS. G2. It'd be quite embarrassing, I feel like, if they lose this one, especially as their map pick. They are playing EG, that seem to be one of the, if not the weakest team in the tournament. So I'm sure they would love to close this, make it a 2-0 victory. And so far, so good. Junior with the opening. JKS gonna get traded as well. That's what you like to see. EG, if they can win this pistol round, they actually could go a really long way.
I think they've already won it. It's the bomb's going down. They've got the man advantage. It comes down to this frag, really. And it's automatic. Picks it up, no problem whatsoever. Nico and Hooksy, I don't even think you go for it. You might just be saving Kevlar.
Yeah, they are not maneuvering anywhere near any bomb sites here. No kit for any wild defusers either, in case someone was thinking about it. Gonna be a full cleanup. Only Hexed going down. And 11 to 5. I'm really curious. I'm so curious about the mental state of G2. Are they still fine with it? Do they recognize there's a whole third map? Is it all good? Or are they beginning to tilt? That tilt is... Can bring down
this
teams.
is where EG are the most dangerous. Tournament life on the line, nothing to lose. They're winning every single round. They're starting to yell. It's getting under your skin. You're getting frustrated.
Yeah.
This is where things could actually get a little bit problematic for GT. The wheels could fall off. So they are going to force buy in the second round here of the second half. CZs, 5-7s, a scout for Monacy. Be a very powerful force buy. And in terms of control, they've pushed in towards the trophy room. JKS and Nico with control of lobby. Hex patrolling from T-spawn.
I only just noticed Hooksy's scoreline. That does... It's a bit frustrating, I'm sure. It's 2-15, Henry.
No way. 2-15.
Well, I wasn't making it up. I wasn't trying to throw him under the bus.
I had to go double check it. Yeah, that's... the problem is, he's had such a quiet tournament.
True.
Every single map seems to be going down that sort of fashion, like an 18-20, for example. Like, it does become a problem after a while, I suppose. Like, it's difficult to imagine a world where you can consistently win championships
Yes.
With a player that's
Yeah, and it's not really,
up.
it's obviously not a pile on, but it is, like you said, we've noticed a couple of times throughout the tournament. Definitely, eventually, you have to assume it's going to be a little bit of an issue. Hexed with the Mac 10, going to be finding Hooksy this time with his back turn, then a scout up close. Hex just cleaning it up right now. Third kill, jumping through, looking for the quad. If he had the bullets, he would have had it already, but I suppose the Glock will get the job done. That's a quad. Nico's out here, and he does have head armor, so he should be able to win this fight against Hex, who is at 37 health. I think Hex realizing as well. But there is a potential for an ace. Not out of the question, depending on where Nico goes. Looks like he's got the right crossfire. Yeah, he's pre-aimed it. Easy tap away. So ace has been denied, but the round is theirs.
It certainly is, Anders. A pretty convincing round. Nico might steal one away here to save a Galil, but they won't be buying going forward. This is EG with all the opportunities in the world. This will be their first map win in the tournament as well. Bear that in mind. A beautiful shot from Nico. 15 kills to his name.
It's actually their first map win as well, EG. I kind of lost track of that.
Yeah, they did not have a great run in the tournament. And bear in mind, like, of course they weren't going to. Like, in terms of the names and company they have here, it was always going to be a very difficult ride. It started with Vitality. With all the hype behind them, it was an opening game of the tournament as well. They got blown out of the water. They got like 7 rounds, 8 rounds on both maps. Then they played NIP 0-2 there as well. But they should have won the first map. I think they had a 15-10 lead on the opening map of the series, which they should have put away. That didn't work out for them, but it was close. And this is remarkable, really. You've just been owned on the first map of Inferno, but you kept your heads held high. They kept fighting back. They managed to get 4 rounds after suffering a 0-10 deficit. Got warmed up. And G2 started to drop off. You could see they were a little bit frustrated. They couldn't just close out the game quickly.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of transitioned over here to Nuke a little bit. As EG have been the better team here. They've looked rock solid. And
yes.
Yeah, when you've got players down at 2 and 16, it suggests that they're having a hard time dealing with some of the firepower of their opposition.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I mean, in terms of the kills, EG obviously really far ahead at the moment, but again, those CT side rotations are really impressive. I think it's one of the hardest things to do on any map, is just not leaving gaps in your defense on Nuke. Nice shots from Nico, but he can't stand up to the Mac 10. So still a 2 versus 3. Hooksy and Monacy. Monacy sneaking in, but he just gets completely timed by George. Leaves Hooksy with the USP. More suffering might be incoming. Yeah, he's trying to see if he could do it here. Would love to pick up something, anything to fight with. It's going to be 13 on the side of EG as Hooksy goes down at the end.
13-5. We were discussing this in between the first map. I didn't think there'd be a world where we'd go to a third. It'd be kind of like comical at this stage, considering how the first map went. It was just waiting for it to close out.
Yes.
But here we are, 13-5 for EG. We've got a pause, I think, a technical one as well, as they discuss their upcoming round here. In terms of the buy, we can have a look at that. Bit of a spoiler. M4s across the board pretty much. Monacy AWP as well. Utility's okay. JKS was just a single smoke. But he's got a little bit of residual cash. We're buying up further utility here.
To be honest, no matter what the scoreline is, even at 13-5, I want a version of G2 that can bootstrap this kind of a game and just get back on top. Like, get excited about everything again. That you have some of the most impressive players in the game on this lineup. You absolutely should be able to find a way to have more of an impact. You see why with a shot like that from Monacy. Great flick. Can he get some backup? I think he can indeed. Nico's going to be taking down George, who I think was trying to jump on top, but he gets automatic up on top of the hut as well, or the silo. So that's it. That should be the source of always having a dangerous G2, right? This should always be like this.
Well, that's a much more compelling round for them. Monacy taking matters into his own hands. A flash outside, get towards T-Red. Finds the opening frag. They try and encroach on his position, but he's got the bodyguard of Nico mowing down multiple members towards that silo position as well. And that's round over. They might as well see if they can make it expensive. Just get under the skin further of G2. Bleed out the clock. See if anyone will overstep the mark. But we're going to have a long way ahead of us, because G2 can't really justify hunting right now. They don't have any money whatsoever.
Yeah, they're just going to be relaxing Good start.
The second kill must have been nice. Yeah. Good little flick up.
Just the awareness of knowing. I always think of those two things as being on opposite sides of the same spectrum, right? Like you can either get a really fast flick to make up for the fact that your crosshair wasn't in the right position, or you can just have your crosshair in the right position to begin with, and you know either one is a separate skill in a way. Just reading where that next fight's going to be coming. But it will be another round. G2. 6.
A clean one. Yeah, they needed that. This was starting to spiral. Sometimes Counter-Strike just doesn't make sense. They play their opponent's map, completely own them. Wasn't ever really a moment where we thought EG could win. Move over to their pick. The wheels have fallen off. They're 13-6 down. EG looks stronger than ever. It's difficult to really analyze that one, you know?
Yeah, I agree, but it's also at the same time, it's hard not to be concerned for G2 if I'm watching this. I can't help but think.
I think EG have played a very good game. You can see they've thrown caution to the wind now, and kind of the nerves have been shook off after getting rumbled on that first map. Like, they've looked good, to be honest, but yeah, you are right. This is alarming for G2. One of the few teams that didn't make a roster change during roster mania. And Junior once again getting the best of Monacy here. Opening pick for him.
And a great bait.
Yeah.
He just showed the shoulder of one of his teammates. They know that he wants to swing for it. And they're ready. It doesn't even take that much. Okay. Not that much money in the bank of G2. They have to keep this alive. If they're dreaming of the comeback to deny the third map, they got to keep this going right now. Nico putting a little bit of pressure. It's JKS on the other side to find Walco, and Automatic is practically dead. He's trying his best with the AK. He's going to get taken down, and it's back into a 3-on-3 at the very least.
It's on a knife's edge, though. EG can definitely win this round, and that would be 14-6. Potentially the map. As Junior has looked red hot in these last few rounds, smoking off towards main. Taking some vision away. Segregating this CT defense. It's Hunter. He will have to play alone now towards that garage position. The bomb's actually in towards ramp. So maybe a lower finish here with Junior going down secret steps.
Hoaxy actually already went down the vent, so at least he's going to be near enough by to hear what's going on down there. Now they're going to definitely know Hoaxy, right time, right place, just needs the first kill. Nice dink onto Junior will put him at a little bit more of a defensive position. Just 10 seconds left here, and Hoaxy sneaking in. The spray is good. The smoke is up, but still, he's cleared a little bit of a path to get back into it. Junior's going to get caught on the other side, and now it's George. 1 versus 2 here. This would be a fantastic clutch for him if he can actually do it. He's just got the Galil and is sneaking back towards the rat. I don't think they realize this. He might have slipped the net here, Henry.
Maybe. He has no utility, but he's got a headshot available to him. Hoaxy will be dropped first, and a 1v1 ensues. JKS up against him now. No kit available. Has to go for the clean kill here. Touches the bomb. You can see this is very difficult. Agonizing for JKS. Does he have it? I don't think he does. I don't think he does, Anders.
George, yeah, he was frustrated.
You can see, yeah, he had to work really hard for that. They haven't had many individual highlights of this event. They haven't won many rounds, so sure, not the prettiest finish, not the heroic way you'd like to close things out and get the headshot, but you win the round. You managed to win out in a massive clutch, and as I said, if they win that round, it's 14-6. That can break the back of G2, and Hoaxy, he's had a really rough game to say the least there. He gets his 3rd kill. He gets a player that wasn't planting, though, and he actually makes arguably the correct move, waits for his teammates to rotate in, but then goes down without any trade potential to the ramp player. And 1 round away here from map point. EG touching distance of glory. Their first map in the tournament is Nico, that denies access of up. Walker goes down, and maybe towards ramp as well. They'll try and recover the situation here. Nice nade.
Yeah, that's going to really soften him up on the other side. Okay. Nico was very flashed in that moment, but he did a fine job anyway. I think you also saw, I think he got the kill and he was looking at his teammate's monitor, which is always a nice feature of being on LAN. You can confirm whether or not you got the kill even if you're flashed by just looking. You don't have to ask a teammate.
Feature of LAN, yeah.
Yeah.
Last update, they brought that in for us.
People forget sometimes, you know? You're used to playing Counter-Strike online at home. You didn't even think about him. I don't know. I rarely play Counter-Strike on LAN, obviously, but the difference in 1.6 between LAN and online was astronomical.
Oh, yeah.
It was
It still is. Like, ping, we don't even really kind of talk about online results
True.
with much high regard, right? Like, it's kind of just something that has to happen sometimes. But regardless, we are on LAN. EG, backs to the wall here in this particular round. 4 players waiting towards the squeaky door. Big grenade lands at their front door. And will be Hooksy mowing them down. Finding some success here. All that's left to be done is try and plant the bomb towards lower. And I dare say he's probably done enough, but looking for the kill instead. Monacy will be waiting for him. So another successful round there for G2. They deny map point. 4 of them will survive into the next. And the money's pretty broken for EG. So still a lot of work to be done, but denying at least map point for now. Hooksy with a much better showing here. Double kill. Probably his first multi-frag into the map.
If you're EG, the goal must be to end this very, very soon. They have a massive round lead, but I don't think that's really what matters. What matters is not allowing some of the star players on G2 to wake up. Nico clearly already is. He's top fragging in the server. He's got 21 kills.
He got 27 in the first map as well. Like, he's absolutely fine.
But if even one more player joins him, you could end up losing this 16-14, and that would be a real nightmare, wouldn't it? Hunter, a little bit of a spray, bomb down in the sight, and Nico and Mini looking to get closer, step by step. It's Monacy taking down Walco, and I don't think he can pick up that bomb again, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he might be onto something there. Just waiting for a potential mistake here, Junior. We'll try and thread the needle. Get a run and gun kill with the Tech 9, but it's unlikely. Monacy encroaching on his position now. It feels like a matter of time before he's dropped. And indeed, the shot connects. Nice finish there for Monacy. Taking him round by round. That was the force buy, bear in mind, from EG. Only had about $1,900 per player, so yeah, they've got a nice buffer of rounds. Went for it, trying to steal one away, didn't work out. And now the game really begins here. Sure, EG only need a couple more, but these are difficult rounds to find against G2, who have stabilized financially. They've got everything they need now. To find 2 T rounds on Nuke, it's going to be a tall order. It won't start here, as this is the full eco. 14-9 pretty much locked in.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this is necessarily going to be easy. One of the benefits, obviously, of having this kind of a round lead is that as an in-game leader on the EG side, or as a coach, you can call a timeout. You can try and throw away a wild round if you want to. They just kind of did with a half buy there, but yeah, you have options to go through before you really run out of ideas. But again, the momentum is quickly going to be draining, I think, on the side of EG, and it's going to be picking up on the side of G2 in return. So you can't keep this going. End the game now, or potentially suffer a full G2 comeback. We know they can. Junior and Automatic left here. Obviously, this is a round where we're not expecting to do much of anything, but
I would still call G2 the favorites to win this map. As mad as that sounds, with the huge scoreline, like, these are difficult rounds to find, even if they get number 15. Like, yeah, EG are not an experienced team. They're against one of the world's best here. Finding those difficult rounds.
Yeah, I can't even really argue against it.
Yeah, like, I would still say it's not even that controversial of a take. Just to say G2 will probably work this one out. But you never know. EG, scrappy team, tenacious today. Showing some good character. Bouncing back from what was a disastrous start.
Yes.
And here we go. Another chance to find map points. We'll see if it's possible. Some compromises. Concessions to be made. Galil's for Georgia and Walco. And a fancy footwork from Monacy as he negates the smokes. Gets himself in towards Secret. It's a classic position for him. And you'll probably see why. An actual rare miss. Okay, now these are the opportunities where they could find the map point here.
Where did the bullet go?
Don't know.
If we can get the replay. Did he shoot like right next to his ankle or something? I just don't know what happened there. Hunter's going to get a free one, yeah. That's huge. I think they're still... They've got Junior working the lower part of the map, so there might be a little bit of pressure applied here. Still got a minute left on the clock, so it's still really early on in the round still. G2 using a fair few of their grenades to slow this one down, but not quite all of them. They don't have a smoke left, which is real concerning. If there is going to be a bomb plant down below at some point, just lacking the smokes is never a fun time. Hex is going to get a kill, but they're going to try and see if they can punish him for it, and they will. Hooksy, good shot. And a 3-on-3.
A 3-on-3, an important one at that. We'll go down towards lower here. EG with a decent amount of utility. Molotov, smokes, flashes. They've got to get through JKS. 13 kills to his name. We need a couple here to confirm the round. First one is no problem whatsoever. The second is going to be the bomb carrier. Can't find him. That should be C4 being planted in, no problem. Down to Hooksy. Can't deny.
We just, I think, saw him. Unfortunately for Walker, I think the smoke was a little bit light on that side. So Nico catching a boot, and that's all he needs. And now the defuse is happening. Junior, you got one shot if you want to make it through the win. No, he doesn't, but it's too late. Defuse already happening. Hooksy getting a little bit more on the scoreboard now, and G2 getting up to 10.
Big kill from Hooksy to close things out there as well. Very important round, of course, but the fact he denies the AWP being safe going forward, because they can still buy into this one. They got $4,000 per player. Junior will have to join them, means no AWP, and he has been a thorn in their side. He's been finding remarkable picks. So just to note that from Hooksy, the man who's been struggling, 7-19 right now, he's starting to come online. All they need to do is win this map. It doesn't matter how many frags he gets. Half buy for the North Americans. Looking to pick up the pace as they push through the squeaky door. They've actually broken through. There's no communication going on. Hooksy's lucky to get away with that one, Anders.
Yeah, he is. That could have gone horribly wrong, but he's going to get more. Feel the smoke. Even handing enough grenades at the moment.
Yeah, chill, Nico.
Yeah, it's not worth it, is it?
No need to run after them.
Bombs picked up once again on Walco, but I don't know if they can even find the site at the moment. But it'll execute until with a good return. Yeah, and I agree. Just slow it down if you're on you're still not really at the comeback stage for G2, so don't get too carried away. Just follow this one through. It's got to be the plan. I like this position.
Yeah, same. It's an old school one. It's the kind of position you just don't check anymore because it doesn't feel like a strong one, but every now and then. Just like that. It's perfect, and it might be enough to find the map point. All of a sudden, the round falls apart. Automatic smoking off towards squeaky door. They might have the advantage here. They've got a couple of rifles, Anders.
Some good grenades on JKS, but yeah, this is a bit disastrous. It was a 2-on-4 Henry, and now we're back into a 2-on-2. Monacy has to retake with the AWP, which he might not necessarily be against, but one missed opportunity here, and it's going to go horribly wrong. Now, Automatic is low on health, so is Walco, to be honest, so it's not going to be easy. Molotov down on the one side, and G2 hunting for it. Grenade down. Walco drops even lower. Flash to set it up. They've got all the grenades, but not the kills they need. Automatic comes swinging for them. A triple, and EG at 15.
I can't believe it. A 4-on-2, and they steal the round away. EG now have 5 opportunities. And it all started here. We said it's a position often overlooked in the mid stages. And for good reason. Why would anyone ever be there? And it leads to an upper plant. A 2-on-2 and Automatic closes it out. That is massive and they know it. Third map looking likely. As it will be G2 to take a tactical timeout now. 5 rounds to put this one to bed. On the T side of Nuke on their opponent's pick.
I think you correctly identified it. Even as Nico fell back, there was some element of stress in the team. It's like there were a lot of movement around, no overall grand call to slow down that 2 versus 4, and they just kept dropping players and losing positions.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a chaotic situation. Very active on the CT side. Everyone just looking to close it out potentially. Could have stuck together in the buddy system, but it's all thrown away now. It will have to be the perfect game to take us to overtime. 5 in a row for G2. They've got cash at least, and it all starts here. Round number 26, and EG, I don't think anyone expected them to pick up a map today. But bear in mind, they had a 15-10 lead against NIP as well, Anders, and they squandered the opportunity. They went to overtime, and they didn't win the map.
You are right. What a nightmare that would be if it unfolded in the same exact fashion.
Could happen. No, like I said, I finally that round 16. They won the previous one, sure, but that's a 4-on-2 with some wacky moments.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes. Maybe a wacky moment, another one for EG, and they can actually see this one through. Automatic and George both dropping quite low at the start of this round. Still a 5-on-5. Junior thinking about coming back out for it. That's risky. They have the bomb down here towards Secret, so looks like G2 are kind of starting to think about rotating down. There's still a minute on the clock now. We'll see if EG can come up with a plan to infiltrate one or the other bomb site. I don't think they've made up their minds yet. I don't think they know for sure. even though if 3 of them are down, they could still go back up the vent even if they wanted to. You can see they're tiptoeing around here. Oh. What a position, given what they're doing.
Here we go. On a knife's edge, lots of damage received, but some positional control. But speaking of which, Nico will strike from CT spawn. Finds automatic, and with 20 seconds remaining, this looks like a desperate attempt down towards lower. JKS not expecting it, though. First kill found, and this one could fall apart once again. Can they close it out here?
Oh, missed shot. No chance for the no-scope either. 10 seconds. The Walker controlling the rotation. Nico gets a shot on one, but the bomb, it is planted. They're going to find Walker up there, and Hex goes down. So, George and Junior, 2 versus 3. But with a bomb plant, double orb as well. Nico burns almost all the way down. How did he drop so low? Against the orbit might not even make a difference, but still, how do you find this? They're both set up on the same side. Will you check for both, or will you kill one and forget the other? That's the big question right now for G2. They might realize Nico with a shot, and they see the feet. They know Junior's there, and I think they can lock him out. I don't think you can stop this any longer. They're already on the defuse. Great retake. Nico with the quad kill. He'll keep the dream alive for them a little while longer.
All the Nightmare Anders, considering how uncomfortable they've looked in the last few rounds, and G2 just about making that one work. It took some great positioning there from Nico, but he gets the job done. The lion's share of the frags fall in his favor. Junior and the 1 versus 3 had a slight chance of winning it, but no, completely denied. And we get into round number 27 here. 4 in a row now required for G2 for overtime. Can't let this happen again, EG. It can't go to overtime, and that's where you lose it. We'll see as they take a lot of damage en route.
I would have loved to have seen what would have happened if EG had tried to hide the fact that there were 2 there instead of both peeking the double doors, but I guess we'll never know. Want to see. He's been playing pretty well. He's also missed a couple of shots that he shouldn't have, but not going to be that one. Nico also finding his 29th kill. Henry outside, and it's a 5 versus 3. He is once again determined to drag this team kicking and screaming to the finishing line, which is not the first time we've seen that out of Nico.
No, you can't be mad with his contributions today. 27 kills in the first map, which is a complete blowout in their favor. And now keeping the same world-class form to keep the dream alive, the 2-0 dream, with 29 kills. Honestly believe him with 20, so you can't say the stars didn't show up here. The other players absent. As we see JKS now defending towards the ramp. How the hell has that one fallen apart? Nico having to deliver once again and rescue them out of every single scenario, Anders. That's another beautiful sequence, and that should be job done.
He's doing so much work. Without them, without him, they've already lost this map quite a while ago. Hooksy getting a chime. He's up to 11.
Got 3 kills, and he's still shaking his head like, lads, come on. I can't kill everyone every round.
Or can I?
Or can maybe I can. Because he gets 1 outside, 3 towards ramp. And it's just like, yeah, boys, I can't give for every single round. Like, I know I'm having a great game, a great series.
Just give me someone to work with.
But like, if you join me in the fragging, you never know. We might be able to do this. But they still continue to push forward. 2 in a row. As we mentioned, it has to be the perfect game now. And with the money, and around $3,000 per player, I'll tell a lie, maybe about 4,000. I think a half buy is still in order here. They still have a slight buffer of rounds. It's to be 15-13 if they give it up. But yeah, for my money, it should be the Tech-9s and Deagles. Once again, you do not want to be forcing into a round where you've got a couple of players on $3,000.
True. It might even be beneficial to have a really quick round with the Tech-9s. The way the G2 are playing right now, you could do it.
Those are the couple of rounds they've had in this second half since the pistol have been with the Tech-9s. They surprised us in that 4 versus 2. You can go off the leash, be a bit more creative, allow your individual to see what they can make of the round. And we have got a bit more of an eco here, I'd say, rather than the half buy. You can see Walker with the Glock, no Kevlar. Same story for Junior, but he's got a Deagle instead. Saving up for the AWP going forward. Now, can they get the bomb down here? Nico will be flashing himself in. Got vision on the cross for now, but we'll take care of that. Speculative spam. Only 1 bullet connects, and maybe he can make up for it. There it is, George.
That's the bomb.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Come back and pick it up. It's not ideal, is it? Oh my God.
He's had enough.
Come on.
He's officially had enough. Everyone is in trouble now. He's not going to miss.
How do you defeat that? How do you win against someone who's getting the 2 opening kills through a smoke? He's everywhere, hunting him down. It's another quad kill as he lands on 35 kills.
Bloody Nora. He's not even smiling about it. He's pissed off and getting 35 kills. I've never seen anything like it. Not even a wry smile. I like it. Business as usual for the Terminator. 35 kills. Just wants to get this one done. Forget about it. Find that 2-0 as we might take another tactical timeout here. Apparently not. We're back into the action. No AWP for Junior. But honestly, we'll join Nika this time. He makes his way towards Secret. Tucks himself in.
Somebody on that EG side has to step up and kill Nico. Just one round where you put him out of the round.
35 and 16. Bloody hell. How does he always post these sort of insane numbers?
I don't know, but it does make it... I feel like, again, it's not really a recipe for winning whole tournaments. It's so hard to do this kind of thing where it's reliant on him to do this.
Well, no, yeah. This is a game where one of the world's best rifles at 35 and he still might lose.
Yeah.
That says a lot about the team, doesn't it? Just like what's going on here.
It really does.
Oh, he's gone. They found him.
They throw the grenades, they throw the flashbangs, and they send Automatic out to hunt him down. Is that enough to win the map?
Well, after Complexity were knocked out of the tournament yesterday, we thought the hopes and dreams in North America were done, Anders. But who would have thought a plucky team named Evil Geniuses would be the first to take a map off the European representation here? Yeah. EG 15-13, 5-on-4. And they found the all-important kill of the danger man himself, Nico, removed from the equation with 35 kills to his name.
They're bringing the bomb down lower. 30 seconds. I don't think they're going to change their minds here. Automatic going to be found. That actually might throw them off a little bit. No, they're going to realize 20 seconds as they start to get back down. 3 already down below. Hooksy's up on top, but he's going to join them momentarily. But it will be a bomb plant, Henry, and it will be a 4-on-4 in the after plan. Maybe a quick kill here. If there is a chance with the... Oh, the smoke is up, so honestly, he can't even see anything at all.
This is a difficult retake. He might even favor EG here. Could be the final round. 4-on-4, Hooksy to lead the charge, closes the door, there is a hole in it. George trying to capitalize, and I think they've done enough here, Anders. They might be taking us to a third map. Hexed on top of the bomb site. Raining down bullets from above. 2 versus 1. Hunter with no HP. No time. And EG have done it. They take the second map, 16-13.